Good, Macy. Go ahead, thank you.
Hey, London. Yeah, great Yahoo Sports. We've really seen a lot of flashes this season. How do you feel like you're settling in your freshman year?
I'm coming along. I still got a lot of stuff to improve on and things like that. But I'm just doing my job, doing what I have to do, working hard in practice. Listening to my coach Shilo. And that's it. Just comes in practice. Working hard every day. So, yeah.
London, Coach Prime said that they don't treat freshmen like freshmen. They're going to coach them hard.
Yeah.
Have you kind of appreciated that approach, getting coached as a freshman?
Oh yes, sir. Of course. Yeah. It's like, they play. They play the best players, and they don't really do all that seniority stuff. So, us freshmen, me and Alex, we just came here in January. We working every day, working our butts off. And then and then it shows on the field. We doing our thing on the field. Showing play. Making plays, and also our seniors, Arden and K Wade, are in front of us, helping us a lot too. So it's not just all the coaches, it's also the players helping us too. So, yeah.
Good thing.
Hey, Lyndon, Jack Harlow with Buffs on SI. Just why Colorado?
Coaching, pretty much. When I came, when I first got here, I fell in love with it. The coaching is amazing. Coach Hilo, well, first one I got here was Coach Dancy, but then they left, and then, but Coach Hilo came, and, he's phenomenal. He knows his stuff. He teaches us like we're linebackers, so, and I feel like that's a good thing to do because, in the league, you got to know a lot of things. You got to know more than your position, and Coach Hilo teaches that. He teaches us what the linebackers have to know and things like that, and what the deep tackles have to know. So, definitely coaching is a big part of my decision coming here, and then definitely don't regret it because, I'm learning a lot.
Scott, go ahead.
Was good learning. Scott Burke, their DNVR. Coming from IMG, you guys are a bit more developed, but what's kind of been your biggest adjustment, to the college game, whether it's been on the field or maybe something else?
Probably speed. The schedule is almost identical at IMG, and then maybe, the guys a little bit bigger. Yeah, and that's pretty much it, but as we've been here for the past, 6 months, whatever, we adapted and, got stronger and stuff. So it's not, that big of a deal, it's not really that big of a deal now. It's just another guy in front of you, and you just got to do what you got to do and play hard. So,
Tyler.
Tyler King with the Denver Gazette. Not sure how much CU was on your radar 2 years ago, but do you ever remember watching the TCU game, Coach Prime first year?
Yeah. It was the first game, right?
Yeah. What do you remember watching that game?
It was a hard fought game. I remember that. It was I think we were the underdogs and we came out on top. That was a big game for Coach Prime. So, they're back. We're going to their house this time, and we got to do what we got to do.
Good, Brian.
Hey, Brian Howell over there with Cameron. Just want to ask you this defense seemed like it made a few strides this last week against BYU. I know, there were still some things you probably didn't like, but what was the overall assessment as you guys watched film this week and as you kind of watched it throughout the season?
Well, for the D line, for the front, just dominating the front, dominating the O line, and setting that run wall and not letting quarterback run. That was our main focus is on the QB run because he likes to run the ball a lot. We did all right, but we could have done a lot better. And just everybody doing their job, filling the gaps, running the plays correctly and things like that. That was our main job, and dominating for the D and dominating the tackles and winning our rushes on one-on-ones.
Ron, go ahead.
Ron Schools from Rocket Bird. You mentioned Alex a little bit ago. What's it been like playing and learning alongside him?
It's been great. He's my brother from we've been together since high school. So seeing both of us playing side by side is it's really cool. And dope. There's not a lot of freshmen out there that just play with each other on the field. So it's definitely a blessing. We both. We deserve it. We both been working hard on on and off the field. In the classroom and things like that. So and then we also got a partner with each other. So yeah, we kind of just stick with each other and make sure we got each other back.
Go ahead, Harrison.
Hey, London, Harris on Buffs and SI. It's been a little bit tough in recent weeks for the defense to generate takeaways. Is there any mentality that you're taking or a temperature within the locker room about kind of breaking that down?
We just gotta do what we gotta do. Keep working hard. Just have just forget what was going on in the past and focus on the future and things like that. Coach Prime, talks about being able to forget, and so that's like forgetting, a big play and just going on to the next play. So, yeah, all we got to do is just, keep working hard and get in the playbook and that's our film.
Go ahead, Ben.
Lundy, you mentioned Arden a little bit ago. Just how important is it to have a guy like that in your freshman season?
Oh yeah, it's definitely, really important to me, having a veteran, coach me up and teach me on, things I wouldn't know as a freshman and stuff like that. So having him and also, Keaton Wade, they definitely helped me a lot this journey.
Anything else for London? All right, thank you, sir.
I appreciate it.
Offensive side, Bill, so Michael Bill, a few minutes.
Well, Dukes, it's the morning run. Big Dog Chico, Uncle Neely, Dukes the Scoop. We got Coach Prime's presser. Just had London Merritt, defensive end, IMG Academy, the true freshman on the stand.
College Park,
on the
Georgia.
media. For sure. Let them know about it.
Yeah,
You've
man.
been seeing them. You've been seeing them then.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you came in pretty high on him also. When he was a freshman, you was talking about him out of IMG Academy. Guy's really been balling with his running mate, Alexander McPherson, and they just talked about being roommates, or he just talked about being roommates also, man. How dope is that to see these two freshmen come in and be able to play together from the same high school?
Man, it's just a testament to what the program that they do have at IMG. Like, a lot of people didn't agree with London's move to IMG, being that he came from Woodward Academy, which is a strong program right here in College Park. But he saw something, and shout out to his pops, man. Like, they saw something, and they went to a program where he was able to develop. And same for Alec McPherson. Like, when you talk about the level of accountability that these guys have when it comes to being, like, there isn't much of a social life. They're there for football, and it allows them to be prepared when they go to the next level. Even when you look at their bodies, like the weight training program that they have at IMG. So, no, I think it says a lot, brother.
Yeah, and I like what he said about the schedule being about the same. So that, just like you said, that college type atmosphere that's at IMG Academy really prepares these guys for what is to come when they get to college. You see Jordan Seaton and countless other guys who came out of IMG Academy along with the coaches also. So I really liking what they're doing there. Is Buford trying to become an IMG Academy down there?
Man, every time a team stockpiles a lot of talent, they call it baby IMG. Well, that's one of the teams that they call a baby IMG. But yeah, definitely. Still more of a traditional school. But they do have a stockpile of talent. There's a couple of schools in the metro area like that feel like if they had to play IMG that they would do well. So
They're doing recruiting at schools for real nowadays, dog. It not just relying on the talent that's in the area.
Oh yeah,
they going to get talent.
Yeah, Buford, and then they just changed the rule in Georgia where that can't happen. So
okay, all right, let's get to